this is Eric with Complete MTG, back with another round of weekly pickups. This is episode number 2, where I go through each card that I got for this week to add to my complete sets. And, well, this is not quite as exciting as last week. We don't have quite as many cards, but there is some really cool pickups. And now, same as last time, I'm going to go through each card in order of their interest, at least according to me. So let's just get started. Okay, first card in the list is Dragon's Maze Plane. This is a pre-release promo, and I think they only made the planes. They just made this one, and this is what you got in one of your pre-release packs. So that's about it. I apologize, I didn't actually do the pre-release during Dragon's Maze, so I don't know all of the details, and I probably should have looked it up before I started recording, but that's okay. My goal is to just get every promo and every card from every set, so this is one of the ones I was missing, and that's what's most important to me. So there it is. I'll also show the back. Nice, good condition, minty. Okay, next thing. Another Dragon's Maze thing. These are the Maze Runner, Champions of the Maze and Maze Runner achievements. So these I think you got for actually winning your pre-release, and they give you a little code which you can enter in and get a prize. I have not tested the codes. They might work, so if you want them, go ahead and take them. I'm not particularly interested in them. Interesting, the shape of the cards on the edge, very curved, even more than an alpha card. And the backs, of course, have this nice little different background than the regular Magic cards. Okay. Last thing from Dragon's Maze, I think it's the last promo I actually need. Trostani's Summoner. Full art. This is what you get for just showing up to the game day. And then I believe you get a foil rarer card if you win the promo. Also full art. So there we go. Very exciting. Okay, so next we'll go into the unlimited cards that I picked up this week. First one is Granite Gargoyle. He is a Gargoyle 2/2 creature with a cost of 2 of anything and 1 red. He has flying, and you pay 1 red to get +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay, in the back, all nice and minty. Always get near mint. Everything I have in the set is near mint. Next thing, Mana Flare. 2 of anything, 1 red for an enchantment. Whenever either player taps land for mana, each land produces 1 extra mana of the appropriate type. Okay. There we go. Next, Keldon Warlord. He is a Summon Lord, XX creature, 2 of anything and 2 red. The X's below are the number of non-wall creatures on your side, including Warlord. Thus, if you have 2 other non-wall creatures, Warlord is a 3/3. If one of those creatures is killed during the turn, Warlord immediately becomes a 2/2. I just love how much they felt they needed to explain things back then, and how they were still figuring out exact wordings for things to make the most sense. They tried. They tried the best, but some of the cards were rather confusing. That one, I don't think it's confusing, but it was a little over the top for what needed to be explained. Okay, next card, Goblin Balloon Brigade. 1 red mana for summon goblins. 1/1 creature. Pay 1 red. Goblins gain flying ability until end of turn. Controller may not choose to make goblins fly after they have been blocked. That's somewhat interesting. I can't think of a reason why you would want them to not fly after they've been blocked. I guess maybe if there's some sort of removal spell that you have that says destroy target flying creature after blocks. I don't know, something like that. Anyways, there you go. Okay, and the last unlimited card, Lord of Atlantis. 2 blue mana. Summon Lord of Atlantis, 2/2 creature. All merfolk in play gain Island Walk, and +1/+1 while this card is in play. Okay, in the back. I think I forgot to show the Goblin Balloon Brigade back, so there it is if you're interested. Probably not interested, but there it is. Okay, so the last 2 things we got are of a little bit more interest. Take this out of the sleeve. All right, so the first thing of the 2, first of the last 2 cards, is a foil 7th edition Japanese card. I don't remember the name of the card. I apologize. Some sort of spell, sorcery, enchantment, or not enchantment, I don't know, sorcery or instant, something like that. And looks to be involving some sort of elves. I apologize. I should have wrote this down beforehand. I'll get better at this. I'm just getting started. So I'm going to get my process down and get better at filming these things. But I'm doing these videos in particular all in one take. So I might make some mistakes, but that's okay. I'm sure you can probably figure out this card. The set number is 263 out of 350. So go ahead and just look that up. I'll probably put a little annotation or something. Anyways, so these are cool, the 7th edition foils. I'm trying to get a complete set of the Japanese 7th edition foils. The thing that's interesting about this is they have a black border and they're a white border set, but for some reason they printed them with a black border for whatever reason. And they're kind of highly sought after. Complete sets are pretty expensive. So this is something that I'm doing over time. This is one of the more specialized sets that are a little bit harder to just pick up in one go. And since they're so expensive, I don't think I can afford to just drop the amount of money required. So, it'll probably take a couple years and get them all eventually. So I just pick them up every once in a while. And that's one of them. Okay, last card. Now this is something really interesting. This is a Monastery Lore Master. It is a Dragons of Tarkir common. But this was pulled in a Kaladesh pre-release pack. You can see the date, 24-25 September 2016. So this is a misprint. A very interesting misprint. Misprints like this, especially nowadays, something that's actually really interesting rather than something that's just like, I don't know, slightly off center or has something like a crimp or like a color faded or something. Those are the most of the misprints that you see nowadays. You rarely get to see something that's truly messed up like this one. Currently, there's known to be 3 of these. There's rumored that there might be an entire sheet of these Dragons of Tier commons at the most, but right now there's 3 of them, and this is one of them. The most interesting, in my opinion, because it's a morph creature. Now, luckily, whoever got this did not take it out of the pack, and according to the rulings, anything that you get in your pre-release pack, you're allowed to use within your deck that you build. Now, there's some discrepancy across this. Some say that it's up to the judge to decide, and I think that's pretty much a safe bet most of the time. The judge is the ultimate final rule, unless they're actually wrong about a ruling. And at the moment, I don't think they plan in advance for any sort of ruling about getting a card from a different set in your pack, but it's a morph creature, so that would be kind of interesting at your Kaladesh pre-release to play a morph. But I'm glad this player had the hindsight to not play this card and take it out of its pack. And yeah, these go for quite a bit. And luckily, as far as I know, there's only 3, and I'm glad I got one of them. I don't collect too many misprints, only unless they're really, really interesting. And this one was at least really, really interesting to me. All right, there we go. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you think of any improvements to make to this segment. I'm doing my best to go through these things. Honestly, these videos are more for myself than they are for the viewers. I just want to go ahead and catalog my progress through getting all these collections of complete sets. Oh, wait, I did forget one thing. I did get a pickup of Dragons of Tarkir complete set. Just to go through this really quickly, I apologize. So I usually get the complete sets once they go out of print, and Dragons of Tarkir just went out of print. That's usually when they're the cheapest. I usually wait a couple weeks after they go out of print. I got this pickup from Abu Games. I think it was $102, and in my opinion, that's about as cheap as the set's gonna go. So go ahead and pick that up. Yeah, so that's how I usually get my complete sets once they go out of print. Now, of course, I don't have a lot of the older sets, so especially during the time that I kind of stopped playing for a while, around 2006 to 2011, 2012. So I got to pick those up at high premiums, unfortunately, but do what I can. Anyways, that'll do it for this week for real. Thanks so much for watching. Again, any recommendations, let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'll talk to you next time. See ya.